What's up, everybody? Today, I want to tell you a little bit of a story that took place in my life. And this is basically when I got caught vaping in school. like, okay, so the story starts off. This is towards like the end of the school year. There's legitimately there's 20 days left or some shit like that, I think. and so I had just moved out of my grandparents' house for the first time, and I was going to a school. This is senior year, and I moved out of my grandparents' house and moved in with my girlfriend at the time, which I was 18. So I couldn't get in trouble for any of this. Really, I could got my ass in some shit. But okay, so this was a Friday, and on Fridays days at this school, which it was an alternative school, or one of those schools for all the kids that they don't fit in with public school. For various reasons, but they like to call it the high school, or like the town high school, instead of the other name, which was which I don't really want to give out either of those two names because of the city, and that's like confidentiality bullshit. So what happens is, it's on Friday, and at this school every Friday they let all the kids with all the good ass grades and shit go home early, like half the day, which which I ended up skipping so much fucking school because of that. They pretty much let anybody leave, and then if you weren't supposed to leave, they call you down the office on the Monday, or whenever the school week starts is usually Monday, unless it's like Monday was off and it's Tuesday. So they would call you in there and blah blah blah. You get detention or suspended or whatever the fuck ever they wanted to do to you. And so it's Friday, but they told me that if I go home early when I'm not supposed to, then I'll get expelled. So okay, all right. So I decided to stay at school and fuck around and all this. And at the time I'm 18. And I'm living at my girlfriend's house, which technically I was put down as living on my own. So I couldn't they couldn't call my parents or call legal guardians or any of that bullshit. All you fucking kids out there, when you get in trouble, they send this letter home and shit. So I tell my teacher, this teacher I was supposed to be assigned to go to, I tell her, hey, I'm going over to the bathroom, which I do, every day. I did, every day. I was like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom. I'd sit in there for, 30 minutes fucking just vaping, a shit ton, to the point where, the whole room was, a fucking fog cloud, a fog machine was in there or some shit. And so I tell the teacher, he lets me go, and me and this other kid walks in there. Well, the bathroom was in the gymnasium area where the principal was playing basketball with some kid, because he's this hip dude, this big old hip guy. Which he's actually pretty. The principal was there as actually pretty fucking cool. He's pretty fucking dope because for what he did. And so I break out the box mod. I'm like, yo, homie. This, look at this shit that I got. And it was this Smock 75 watt big ass box mod, one of the very original box mods that was around. And this happened this was a couple of years ago. So and so I break it out, and I'm with the homie. I'm like, dude, this is fucking badass. I can blow I can blow a hella cloud and all this retarded shit. So, I break it out, and I'm hitting it. And next thing you know, the principal walks into the fucking bathroom. Like, literally, me and this other kid, we fucking dead stop, like, what the fuck we're doing. We're like, oh shit, the fucking principal, like, oh fuck. And so he's like, Devin, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, okay. First off, principal, am I getting suspended? And he says, I can't talk about that right now because there's other students. And I'm like, dude, really? That's all I want to know. Because if I need to go, like, go home, just let me fucking go home, dude. Like, for real. But no, he takes me out in the hallway. He takes me all the way down to his fucking office. We go into the office, and then he pulls in the guidance counselor, the vice principal, and the fucking what are they called? Like the school officer people, the school cops. They bring all these people in there, and then they make me give it to him. They make me set it down on his desk, and I'm like, okay. Then they tell me, okay, we need to talk about this between us, and you go sit out in the hallway. So I'm sitting there. I literally sit there till the end of the fucking day. So 3 hours I am sitting in this goddamn office, just waiting for them to tell me if I'm in trouble or whatever the consequences of my bullshit is. And this is what they tell me. They say, since it's the end of the day, here's your smoking machine, they called it. They said, here's your smoking machine. Give it to me. And then they say, okay, we're going to give you 2 hours of detention because you're 18 and you're technically living on your own, so that's all we can really do. And I'm like, bet. Alright, cool. Now, the thing is, I was scared shitless because when they brought the police in there, they were like they said they were going to ask a bunch of people if I was handing it out to them and letting them try it and this and that bullshit, and which I was. Sorry, I was that kid in school that would be sitting there stoned as a motherfucker talking about weed, a shit ton, like talking about it, smoking it, talking about smoking it. Like, I was a dumbass. I was a dumbass kid. And but they were like, well, we're gonna give you 2 hours of detention. We're gonna ask around the school if anybody has hit your thing. And of course, it's like, yo, totally, everybody's like, all like, you're in high school, all kids, they tell the truth. Yay, woo. That's bullshit, dude. Complete bullshit. Like, you know it's bullshit. And so, yeah, like, I was so scared because I was like, damn, am I gonna, because in the handbook it would say, like, if you get caught with anything like that, like any tobacco or nicotine product, that's what they would say, nicotine product such as nicotine gum or vapes, e-cigarettes, that's how they could categorize it, because apparently it's not a tobacco product. I didn't know that at the time. And like, they basically just let me go with a slap on the wrist. And in the handbook it says I'm supposed to have like a police escort, I'm supposed to go home with a cop or whatever, and I'm supposed to have like charges pressed on me and a bunch of shit. But no, they're like, oh no, you can go home. Like, you made me sit there for 3 hours, for 3 hours, just for you to give me a fucking detention, dude. Like, really? Like, damn, you're actually pretty cool. Like, because you could have done a shit ton to me. Like, I could have had, like, I think it would be, since I would be 18, it could have been, like, some kind of, like, distribution charge or something to them, if they found, if like if it was found with some other kid that was under 18, even if they were freaking 17, like that one kid with me. But yeah, that's uh that's the story of me getting caught with vaping in school. It's not really, I don't know. I thought it would be I felt like it could be entertaining to tell you people. But I hope you're all having a nice day. It's like 1:30 in the morning here. So have a good day, or if you're or whatever time you're watching this, if you're watching this at night, have a good night. But yeah, and if you liked the video, hit subscribe and like. Thank you.